Hey everyone, it's your boy David, and we're back with a brand new Jurassic World Rebirth news video. I'm super excited for the stuff we're going to talk about today, so let's get into it. So a couple of things to discuss in today's video. We have a brand new look at Jonathan Bailey in Jurassic World Rebirth, as well as potential rumors of an R rating for the film. We're going to get into both of these. I have lots of thoughts and opinions, so let's get into it. So we have a brand new image of Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Henry Loomis in Jurassic World Rebirth, and I think he looks great in this photo. It was really funny to me because this photo was going viral for all the people just basically thirsting over Jonathan Bailey, and I get it. He's a good-looking dude. And as you can see, he's got, a little arm action there. He's flexing a little bit. You see some of the arm muscles there. And for context for this photo, I believe, as well as some eagle-eyed fans have pointed out, that potentially this still takes place after they were in that previous image of three characters in the river. And as you can see, like, his pants look a little wet, his backpack looks a little wet as well. It also could just be lighting. Us Jurassic fans will dive into every potential detail that we can take from any new image or any new look at any Jurassic content. But no, he just looks great here. He looks like, in other previous photos, he just looks kind of more like a meek kind of scientist character in some photos, not all of them. But here he just looks like a great leading man, which I think is awesome. And I'm super excited for this cast. I think it's a really sexy cast. Shout out to my buddy Jordan, who, when he saw the cast of this film, he was instantly just like, sexy. So I think this is a great cast. It's a great looking cast, and I'm super excited. So there's been a lot of rumor and speculation over the potential R rating for Jurassic World Rebirth, and honestly, I think it's all exactly what it is, a rumor. And for a couple of reasons. One, Jurassic has never been an R-rated franchise. Yes, it is horror adjacent and has had horror elements and sequences in the films, but it has never become a full-blown or fully fledged horror franchise. Or a horror movie for that matter. Yes, there has been, scary sequences and, potentially like very, horrifying moments in the franchise. Absolutely. But I don't think they would do that simply because, for a couple of reasons. One, kids watch these movies. They're targeting these movies towards kids. Yes, it is a broad range appeal in terms of the audience. But when you give a movie an R rating, it automatically limits its audience, which therefore automatically limits its box office. And Universal, Jurassic is a tentpole franchise for Universal. They do not want to hobble it in any way, shape, or form. So I don't think there will be an R rating for this film. If there is, I would be shocked, and I'm open to it. I know a lot of people have talked about the potential of them doing Jurassic World Rebirth and whatever new trilogy comes out of that aside, a potential book accurate reboot of the first film / first book, because there's a lot of scary sequences in that movie, in that book that did not make it to the films, and rightfully so, because if you read the book, there's a couple of sequences about that I'm probably hinting at that would make audiences very disturbed. And for example, speaking of sequences that disturbed audiences, all the way back in 2015's Jurassic World, there was a character death that a lot of people had an issue with, that being specifically the death of Zara. So if you don't remember the character of Zara, she was Claire Dearing's assistant in Jurassic World. She was kind of chaperoning her nephews and kind of took them around the park, kind of babysat them essentially. And her character had a what audiences deemed to be dragged out and potentially torturous death. And honestly, I could kind of agree with that. decision behind her death was very much for shock value, but also what Colin Trevorrow kind of deemed and worded as a unearned death. So it was kind of basically like anyone could die in this film. And if you've seen Jurassic World, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because her death definitely is torturous. It's definitely dragged out, but it also was a big impact because, if those of you don't know, Zara's character basically held, you know, a title in a special place because she was the first female character to be ever killed in any Jurassic film.
I've been pulled on a harness, dropped from a crane, I've been dropped in the water, I've been held underwater, I've been pulled out of the water, dropped in the water again, held out of the water, and then finally eaten by a giant water dinosaur.
I just think it's the most epic Jurassic Park death.
But audiences had an issue with that, and they voiced it. So much so that it affected its sequel, Fallen Kingdom, so that, you know, the creatives with that film made sure that every character had an earned death, but it also kind of, I in my personal opinion, overcorrected so that, like, only the bad guys died kind of thing, right? And that's no fun either. They're dinosaurs, they're not going to pick and choose. I don't think Universal would do a hard R rating. I'd be very shocked if they did. The most I could see is like maybe a 14A. However, I'm not opposed to really dark, gritty, gruesome moments in the franchise. These are dinosaurs, they are killing machines kind of thing, right? Dinosaurs are gonna dinosaur, and, you know, people get in the way, and I think it's very unrealistic to have, you know, characters come out unscathed, or, you know, none of the heroes die because of plot armor or script armor, right? So I think, you know, especially with Jurassic World Rebirth, with them wanting to go back to the look and the feel of the original film, which is essentially a science thriller. A lot of people, you know, there was some gruesome moments in Jurassic Park. A lot of people get banged up, scraped up. A lot of people die. Good characters die. Bad characters die. And I think a return to form to that would be really great. And I think it's a much needed, you know, course correction for the franchise. So I want to know what you guys think about the brand new image of Jonathan Bailey in the film, as well as what would you guys want? Would you guys want a hard R rating for Jurassic? Is that something you guys are open to in the future? Maybe not necessarily with Rebirth or whatever that trilogy creates. Would you guys want a book accurate film in terms of a reboot for Jurassic and have it be its own, you know, kind of book accurate version of the story? If you guys like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and click that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. I really appreciate it. When you guys do that, it tells YouTube that you guys like my videos and you guys want to see more of them. And I love making these videos for you guys. I have a lot of fun being creative and speculating on the things I love, which is entertainment and film and all the stuff and franchises and genres that I love in that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are excited for Jurassic World Rebirth, sound off in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.